Hey guys, welcome back. We're at it again. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is raining behind me, so you can see the sky there. It's got some gray in it, but over in here, boop, there's some blue. So we're going to get back at it here in just a few minutes, but welcome to another episode of Wired for Crappie. We are going to go out on the lake today. Last week, I showed you guys my Livescope, how I set it up, and showed you how that works and how to look and see fish and what you're looking for on the screen, how to watch your jig fall and things of that nature. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you the settings that I use for my Livescope. We're going to go out here, we're going to find some brush, probably some stake beds, 12 to 18 feet of water, something around there, and see if we can't find some fish on them with our Livescope. So let's go see what we can find, and I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget, subscribe down there in the bottom corner, guys. Alright, let's talk menu. So I run a Garmin 93 SV, and right now my Livescope transducer is not in the water, so I have the transmission disabled. I suggest if you don't have your transducer in the water, disable your transmission. That way your transducer is not pinging. Basically turns your transducer off. So how to do that, you go to menu and transmit right here. So you see we have it off. Once I drop the pole in the water, I'll turn that back on and we'll get a reading. So here is our menu for our Livescope. So I run my gain, and it's on auto medium right now. I actually run that at about 70%. I start 70% when I'm on the water. That's my starting point. I set it to 70 and I go from there. Depending on water clarities and conditions, that's going to change, but I always start at 70%. Then if we go in here to menu, we go to depth range. If my depth, if I'm fishing in 20 feet of water, I like to be 1 foot more than the depth I'm fishing in. So if I'm fishing in 18, I like to set it at 19. If I'm fishing in 6 foot of water, I like to have it at 7. That's personal preference. You can set it however you want. I just prefer to see a little bit of the bottom, but I don't need to see 6 feet down below the bottom because I'm not fishing for crawfish, I'm fishing for crappie, right? So I like to have just enough bottom to where I can see it and I can keep an eye on it, but I also want as little as possible to utilize more of the screen, keep my picture big. Alright, so back to menu, sonar setup. Let's talk about noise reject and TVG. Time varied gain is TVG, okay? I run those both on medium, the noise reject and the TVG. I like medium on those. Again, it's gonna vary by water clarity. If your water's dirty, you may have to turn your noise rejection up. If your water is very, very clear, like we fish here on Teleco, you can get away with medium is more than enough. I could probably actually get away with a low on Teleco. So, but I run those at medium for the most part. Appearance, you've got your color schemes. Your color gain, I always run on default. I don't mess with that. Bottom fills off. Scroll history, I hide that. The grid overlay, I do turn my grid overlay off to hide. Okay, guys? What that is that's the grid lines that go down your screen horizontally and vertically. Okay? I turn those off. I don't prefer those. I do run the amber color, which is, again, the default color. Alright, so some of you guys wanted to know off my last video how I store and deploy my Livescope. So here's my pole and here's my ram mount for my Livescope. So what I do, let me check, make sure you guys can see. Okay. So what I do is this pole has the ram mount bracket on it. It goes off the side of the boat, goes into the ram mount, Everything gets tightened up. It's that simple, guys. Then, when I'm done fishing, all I have to do, loosen the ram mount, pull the pole back off, lay it on the deck, and I'm off to the next spot. All right, rod we're using today, we got the Bonehead tackle, 5'8" rod. Okay. The more I use this rod, the more I like it. It's got a great action to it, great backbone, and it really has a smooth cast as well. So I like it. A lot of sensitivity. I can feel with it. It's a really nice rod. And then we're actually going to use the Bonehead Slim Stick in the Confetti color. It's got a little red flake in it, a little black speckle, and it's kind of like an opaque, milky color. So that's called Confetti by Bonehead. Don't forget, right up here, Crappie 19 gets you 15% off all your Bonehead gear. Type Crappie 19 in at checkout and that'll get you 15% off. I'm going to thank Bonehead again for that. www.boneheadtackle.com. So you guys take advantage of that. Go get you 15% off and get you some good baits. Check them out. They've got all kinds of colors, all kinds of different rods, reels, tackle, line. They've got it all, so check them out. There he is. Here we go. There are fish down there. Nice one. There we go. Little guy. That's what we're looking for. Oh, there we go. Nice fish. Nice white. That fish was deep. We caught that fish out of about 22 feet of water. Pretty fish. We're gonna keep some today. There we go. Nice fish. Nice crappie. I'm sure you guys can probably hear it thundering. It is getting ready to come down. But we found some fish. We're gonna try to catch a few more before it starts raining. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Nice one. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it on this one, guys. It's getting ready to start raining, something serious. So we're gonna call it. I appreciate you guys coming, watching the video. Appreciate you coming out with me and going fishing for a little while. I hope I don't get struck by lightning. If I do, this will be my last video. But subscribe in the corner, guys. I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. I apologize. I've been dodging rain all day, so it's been difficult to get a show in for you guys. But anyway, look out for our video next week. I appreciate you guys following along. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions about the Livescope or about my side imaging or down imaging, my units, anything, or just you know, the lake in general, about Tellico Lake. If you guys want to know anything, shoot me a message. I'll answer it. But I'm getting wet, so we're going to sign off. I appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you later.